The teen mom community has been holding its breath ever since news broke that Barbara Evans, the mother of Teen Mom 2 star Janelle Evans, suffered a stroke. For fans who followed this mother-daughter duo for over a decade, the update hit hard. Their relationship has always been complicated, emotional, and unpredictable. But now, Janelle has put the drama aside to focus on what truly matters: her mom's recovery. Barbara Evans has been a key figure in teen mom history since the early days of MTV's reality series. She's the tough, outspoken grandmother who raised Janelle's son Jace when Janelle wasn't ready for motherhood. Fans still remember the heated arguments, the unforgettable "you're not going out tonight" moments, and Barbara's Boston accent cutting through every episode. But behind that fiery personality, she's also a woman who deeply loves her family, even when love means tough choices. According to Janelle, Barbara recently suffered a serious stroke that required emergency medical attention. Janelle shared the heartbreaking news with fans through a social media post, saying her mom's condition was critical but stable. She revealed that doctors were monitoring Barbara closely and that the first few days were the most terrifying. Janelle wrote, "It's been a really emotional week. I'm staying positive and taking things one step at a time. My mom is strong, she's fighting hard." The post immediately drew thousands of comments from fans and fellow Teen Mom cast members. Messages of love, prayers, and support flooded in. Even former co-stars who hadn't spoken to Janelle in years sent her words of encouragement. For longtime fans, seeing Janelle speak so tenderly about Barbara brought back memories of how far their relationship has come. There were years when the two barely spoke, filled with custody battles, public arguments, and mutual resentment. But this health scare seems to have reminded both women what truly matters: family. An insider close to the Evans family revealed that Janelle rushed to the hospital as soon as she got the call. Despite their ups and downs, she didn't hesitate. The source said, "Janelle has been by Barbara's side every day since the stroke. She's making sure her mom gets the best care possible. She's emotional but determined." For viewers who watched their strained relationship unfold for over a decade, this marks a surprising but heartwarming shift. Over the past few years, Janelle has made several attempts to reconnect with her mom. In previous interviews, she admitted that she missed having her mother in her life and wanted to rebuild their bond. Barbara's stroke has now accelerated that healing process. Janelle reportedly canceled several personal projects to stay near her mother's bedside. She also asked fans for privacy and prayers, saying that while she's grateful for the support, she wants to focus on Barbara's health rather than online speculation. Still, in true teen mom fashion, the internet couldn't stop talking. Some fans expressed deep sympathy, saying they were praying for Barbara's recovery. Others reflected on the irony that tragedy often brings people together. There were even discussions about how Barbara's health crisis could impact her custody arrangement with Janelle regarding Jace. For years, Barbara had custody of Janelle's son, raising him while Janelle tried to stabilize her life. Their custody battles became one of Teen Mom 2's most emotional storylines. But earlier this year, Janelle finally regained full custody of Jace, a huge step that many thought would never happen. Some viewers pointed out that the timing of Barbara's stroke, coming months after the custody change, might have weighed heavily on both of them emotionally. Losing the daily presence of Jace, combined with the stress of age and health struggles, may have taken a toll on Barbara's well-being. While Janelle hasn't confirmed any connection between the events, she did mention that her mom has been under a lot of stress lately. In one post she wrote, "We've all been through a lot as a family. I just want my mom to heal and be happy." Fans have praised Janelle for her maturity during this difficult time. In recent months, she's shown a calmer, more reflective side, one that's far removed from the chaos of her MTV days. Her focus now seems to be on family, health, and healing. Barbara's medical team has not released detailed updates, but insiders say she's responding positively to treatment. She's reportedly undergoing physical therapy to regain strength on her left side, which was affected by the stroke. Doctors are optimistic but cautious, emphasizing that recovery will take time and patience. Janelle has been updating fans periodically, thanking everyone for their concern. In one emotional post, she shared a photo of her holding her mother's hand at the hospital with the caption, "One day at a time." Fans flooded the comments with heart emojis and encouraging words like "Stay strong" and "You've got this, Barb." Even Teen Mom producers, who've had their own ups and downs with Janelle over the years, reached out privately to send well wishes. A former crew member told reporters that Barbara was always one of the most memorable personalities on set, tough, funny, and fiercely protective. The outpouring of support has clearly touched Janelle. She recently shared that she plans to spend more time focusing on family rather than social media drama. She said, "You realize what's really important when something like this happens. Life can change in a second." The situation has also reminded fans of the complex but unbreakable bond between mothers and daughters. Despite years of shouting matches, public fallouts, and tears, Janelle and Barbara have always been tied together by love. Now, with Barbara fighting to recover, that bond is stronger than ever. As Barbara continues her rehabilitation, Janelle's priority remains making sure her mom gets the best care possible. She's reportedly coordinating with doctors, therapists, and family members to ensure Barbara's comfort and safety. Insiders say Janelle's husband, David Eason, has also been supportive, helping take care of the household and the kids while Janelle spends time at the hospital. Fans are hopeful that this painful chapter might ultimately lead to peace between the two. Many have commented that they'd love to see Janelle and Barbara reunite on screen someday, not for drama but for closure. For now, Janelle has asked everyone to keep Barbara in their prayers as she continues to recover. It's a rare moment of vulnerability from a woman who has faced so much public scrutiny. Through all the noise, one message stands clear: no matter the past, love always finds a way to heal. And for Teen Mom fans who have watched this family for years, it's a powerful reminder that behind every reality TV headline is a very real story, one of pain, forgiveness, and hope. Teen Mom fans heard that Janelle Evans allowed her son, Jace Evans, to go and be with his dad, Andrew, in Florida. However, he returned, only to end up in a big fight with his mom. Now he's reportedly left home again. Read on to find where he's allegedly gone. The recent bust-up between Janelle Evans and Jace came when he leaked texts between them. Janelle fired back on social media and told her son, "FKU. You won't get a damn thing from me anymore, including a phone." She also wrote, "Just like the way you lied about David strangling you." At the time, she also told Jace, "You make things worse on yourself." MTV fans felt upset at the way the mom of three spoke to her 16-year-old son. Since then, it appears that he left home again. According to TMZ sources, he went back to North Carolina where he's staying with relatives. Other news that emerged suggests that Jace had actually gotten into trouble with the law and committed a crime. Because Jace is a juvenile, whatever he allegedly did can't be revealed. However, someone told the outlet that he's currently on probation and needs to attend an anger management class. Apparently, he doesn't do well with authority. It's hardly a massive shock to fans of the long-running TV show, as they couldn't help but feel that Janelle also didn't deal well with authority. Sadly, this time, she let him go because he seems disruptive with his siblings, Ensley and Kaiser. There were reports a few months back that Jace repeatedly got out of control and that he might have smashed up the home. When E! News shared the story on Instagram about Jace relocating again, MTV fans were able to have their say in the comments section. One of them penned, "She definitely failed him. As parents, we need to break our generational curses. I hope he finds his way in happiness. More importantly, healing." Teen Mom 2 star Janelle Evans is embroiled in an explosive controversy as her 15-year-old son, Jace, is alleging years of dysfunction and alleged abuse. Teen Mom fans likely recall when Jace was born when Janelle appeared on 16 and Pregnant Season 2, and many have followed the myriad of Janelle's custody battles, legal troubles, and volatile relationships play out on MTV. But the latest events mark a painful escalation in a saga that has unfolded on and off camera for more than a decade. And now Janelle is explaining her side of the story after Jace has shared screenshots that paint a damning picture of parental abuse. This month, Jace posted and later deleted a series of texts between him and his mother on Instagram. In the messages, Jace expressed his frustration at a long-standing pattern of dysfunction and his mother's refusal to protect him from harm. Janelle flatly denied that her ex-husband assaulted Jace, writing to him, "You lied about David strangling you." She goes on to tell him, "I was standing right there and have the Ring camera videos." Jace responded, "Okay, nice, yeah, you were standing there yelling in my face, cussing me out, just watching things happen." Janelle continues to hurl vulgarities and threats at her son. Janelle has since issued a statement addressing the texts on Instagram. In it, she places blame squarely on her son for their contentious back and forth, and struggles to accept any responsibility of her own. The messages, she said, were his reaction to being rightfully disciplined. Janelle explained that Jace has been running into trouble with the law in recent months and is having a hard time adjusting to the rules set before him. Her tone is extremely cold and defensive as she attempts to reframe this story as one of a problem child acting out. Notably, nowhere in her statement does Janelle acknowledge her son's very obvious pain. If it wasn't clear long ago, these messages make it more than apparent that Jace has been living in unstable and abusive conditions. It seems that sharing these texts was a way of reclaiming some control and perhaps crying out for help. Shortly after posting the messages, he was placed in the care of a relative in North Carolina, which is hopefully a step toward a safer and more stable environment. Jace deserves the protection, care, and nurturing that Janelle has shown little willingness to offer. Jace was born in 2009, and Janelle's custody battles began almost immediately. By the time he was 9 months old, Child Protective Services had already intervened, setting the tone for years of ongoing scrutiny. Janelle went on to have 2 more children, Kaiser in 2014 and Ensley in 2017, but her parenting struggles only deepened. In 2017, she married David Eason, a relationship defined by chaos and controversy. 2 years later, the couple made national headlines when Eason shot and killed the family dog, triggering a CPS investigation that led to all 3 children being temporarily removed from their care. More recently, Jace began regularly running away from home in 2023, and on one such occasion, he told authorities that David had physically assaulted him. David was indicted on a charge that was later elevated to felony-level assault by strangulation, and is currently awaiting trial. Earlier this year, Janelle made multiple 911 calls claiming that her son was acting aggressively and causing damage to their home. Janelle's claims of violence and volatility paint a very clear picture of generational trauma, mirroring her frequent on-screen fights with her own mother. In May, a judge arranged for Jace to live with his father, Andrew Lewis, in Florida as a temporary measure, and at some point he was placed back with his mother in Las Vegas. Reports suggest that Janelle, who has always had a reputation for prioritizing parties over parenting, repeatedly left her younger children in Jace's care while she went out with friends. It seems that during this period with his mother, things went from bad to worse. The teen mom alum, who in recent days has been embroiled in family drama after her and ex-Andrew Lewis's son Jace, 16, moved out, shared that she has been hospitalized for an undisclosed illness. Went to the ER and now spending the night at the hospital, Janelle wrote on Instagram stories August 28 alongside a photo of a hospital bed. "I'm so sick." In another slide, the 33-year-old posted a selfie with an oxygen mask, saying she had received 4 breathing treatments. "Have to get them all night," Janelle continued. "I just need prayers, thanks." Despite the health challenges she's facing, the reality star did offer a moment of levity, posting a photo of her hospital meal of chicken, green beans, rice and a fruit cup saying, "Yum LMAO." Janelle didn't share if any of her children were with her in the hospital. Aside from Jace, she is also mom to Kaiser, 11, with ex-Nathan Griffith as well as daughter Ensley, 8, with ex-David Eason. But her relationship with Jace has been top of mind recently when it was reported that he had moved to live with relatives in North Carolina only days after accusing his mother of being unstable and sharing alleged screenshots of a private conversations between the two. "You're the one saying you're going to have my custody taken," Janelle wrote in one of the texts per Jace's Instagram stories. "Fuck you. You won't get a damn thing from me anymore, including a phone." Janelle responded after the screenshots were posted, explaining that she sets rules and boundaries with her children, alleging that Jace had been in trouble with the law these past few months. "Navigating Jace's different medical diagnoses has not been easy, but I have never stopped fighting to make sure he has the resources, love and support he needs," she said of her son, who has been diagnosed with ADHD, major depressive disorder and oppositional defiant disorder, ODD. "I will always stand by him no matter what challenges come our way, and I will continue to work on being the best mom I can be to all 3 of my kids." The MTV alum was also sympathetic to Jace's decision to move out, writing on her Instagram story August 27, "It's a full circle moment and hopefully he can change and follow the rules, but I have 2 other little kids to think of as well and their well-being." According to Janelle, the move mirrored her own relationship with her mom Barbara Evans, who was in charge of Jace's care for more than a decade until 2023. "It's the way he was raised with my mom," Janelle wrote in another slide. "I had to rewire myself out of being too reactive in situations and learn to sit and listen." Had to teach myself not to cuss every other word like I grew up with and still working on it. I had to break the family cycle and it's happening again. 3 years after the teen mom alum joined OnlyFans, she revealed the 7-figure profit she's made from the adult content website. Janelle, who finalized her divorce from ex David Eason in June, handed her friend Tori Ryan her cell phone with her overall earnings during an August 17 livestream. As for how much she allegedly earned, Tori read aloud, $1,511,578. David, you F-King fumbled the bag bro, her pal teased, before telling the former reality star, "You're a millionaire." Although the 33-year-old denied the financial title, her pal countered, "You have to think about all the money you've made in the past. This is just one little thing." Janelle, who shares daughter Ensley, 8, with David, son Kaiser, 10, with ex-fiancé Nathan Griffith and Jace, 16, with ex-boyfriend Andrew Lewis, joined OnlyFans in May 2022 along with her ex-husband. Although she admitted in November 2022 on her Instagram stories that she's afraid to know if anyone in her life is subscribed, she said she's down for any request, including showing her feet. As she put it, "As long as I have a pedicure, I don't mind showing them off." But Janelle isn't the only teen mom star who joined the website. In fact, Farrah Abraham revealed to fellow alum Kaylin Lowry on her Barely Famous podcast in June that she makes millions of dollars a year stripping down. As for what led her to the opportunity, "I don't explore anything," she explained, insisting she didn't seek out the opportunity. "I think in life when you do so well, things are naturally attracted to you. It's in your natural alignment. Was I a hot mess and that's